Hey everybody, how's it going? We're back here in American Truck Simulator, and if you haven't noticed yet, I owe you guys an apology. I recorded 2 videos here, and went to, I had a small issue in the second one I recorded, and I went to go to look at the video and realized that the audio was hardly coming in, and went to look at it. My recording software had it recording off of the laptop's recorder, so it sounded like I was in a separate room doing the commentary. So instead of posting those 2 videos, I did the right thing and just deleted them, and I'm going to give you the gist of basically what happened. We saved up enough to get our truck here Peterbilt. We didn't hire a new driver because we didn't have a big enough garage here, and I figured it was worth it to just get the new truck because we had a issue with one of our mods. We had an engine mod, and that was taken off the workshop. And I bet I don't even have my trailer attached, do I? No, I don't. I'm gonna have to teleport myself over to my garage, unfortunately, and hook up the trailer. I think it had it ready for me. But yeah, our engine mod got taken off the Steam Workshop. Oh, come on, shift into... And it defaulted us to the weakest engine that you could have the Volvo V&L equipped with, and so I figured it was worth it to just trade in the Volvo for the Peterbilt. And let's go ahead and find us a job here, and I'll also show you guys my new little truck here. Nobody commented on what truck they wanted to see, and I had a friend in real life that said, hey, get the Peterbilt 579, and he watches my stuff here. So I went ahead with the Peterbilt and just got the standard paint job on it, with, you know, basically the color it came with. And figured that if you guys don't like the color, we can always change it, so do let me know what color you want to see this Pete in. If you want to, you know, if you even want to see the color changed. I think we have an option. Yeah. we can digitally see what speed we're going here in Los Angeles. I thought my turn came up sooner. There's the building in GTA 5 that when GTA Online first came out, it was like the best property you could get. It cost like $500,000, and they had that promotional thing real early on in GTA Online where if you sat there and dealt with all the bugs that were present in the early version of it, they awarded you like $500,000 or whatever just for sticking with the game. And most people went ahead and bought that. Oh, this is gonna be a tough turn right here. This is gonna be tough. I'm probably gonna have to blindside this thing in, honestly. How in the world? Alright, so we're basically gonna try to keep from... And that's something that I really don't like in this game, is the placement of the double trailers in the yards. In real life, they would not be... Oh, that was way too... I messed that up. Let's try that again, but do it the right way this time. How about that? That would be a welcome change. Still not good, but better. Oh, I can't see where I'm going. It's pretty good, pretty good. Not great, but it'll get us in the hole. Now we can turn this into a sight side back. And honestly, since we're driving like a maniac anyway, that's straight enough. And yeah, it would only take me one more pull up to get that straight, but I already spent enough time explaining in this video, explaining what happened in the last episode and all of that. I don't mean to keep y'all waiting like that. So let's just cut to the video here. Instead of wasting y'all's time. So I have actually tested the audio too after I found out what was going wrong, just to make sure I did not put out another subpar quality video. downtown LA for you. I think we got a 550 horsepower motor in this thing, which is 100 horsepower more than the Volvo we had. And yes, I do understand that horsepower doesn't matter with 18-wheelers, but I'm a car, I started out as a car guy before I got into 18-wheelers, so my mind is, my brain was wired to think horsepower. And also, in the game, horsepower and torque kind of scale together. So whatever the torque on most 450 horsepower engines have is probably the torque that this thing's gonna have. This isn't one of the Caterpillar King of the Hill engines where they give you like way extra torque at way lower RPM. It's not one of them, so it's just a normal diesel engine. Whoa there, buddy. Scared me a little bit. You need to get out of the way too, because I'm coming through. Really, as it turns out, the more powerful motor doesn't really help me out too much. That's a fender bender. Here we go. Here's a good downhill section. We can really push this engine. Nothing too crazy, but I think there is a 605 horsepower option with this truck. There were some engine options that I didn't have available to me. So we might be able to get more power yet. Yeah, y'all need to move. I believe we're going all the way to Alamogordo. In New Mexico, which is near where the White Sands missile range is. And I like going to Alamogordo in this game, because I'm not from the western half of the US. I'm from the eastern half, and don't really know anybody from the western half, but I do have a friend that we grew up together, you know, since like elementary school, and he took a job in the Alamogordo area as a regional manager out there for a company, and I haven't been out to Alamogordo or the area that he lives in, near Alamogordo, but I basically because none of the jobs I've had up to this point have allowed me to take enough time off to head out that way. But that would be, you know, if I ever had the time to go out there, I would, you know, to go out there and see them, and just to see for myself how true to life the SES map is compared to real life. Oh man, come on. At least we're hovering around 90-ish. Instead of 80-ish. And as of the day that I'm recording this, SES just posted a video about their ambient occlusion, and it really looks impressive, guys. That's the feature in 1.38 that I'm looking forward to, is the ambient occlusion, because I pretty much, except for a few graphical options that I don't really like that much, like depth of field, I pretty much have all the graphical options turned on. Yeah, that's what you get. And you know, I mean, it looks pretty cool how it is, you know, with the options I do have. Yeah, I ain't waiting for that mess. But yeah, I mean, the picture looks pretty great with the options I do have, and I get great frame rates, you know, with what I got on. And I haven't checked out the open beta. I heard that people were having a lot of frame issues in that, but I think that I can at least have some ambient occlusion enabled and still be able to maintain my 60 FPS here. And when that comes out, I may end up having to might be a couple of videos that are a little bit framey, just trying to find the sweet spot between best graphics and the best frame rates. I basically want to get the best frame rates for 60 FPS. I really don't want to drop below 60 FPS. Because I've gotten so accustomed to it that when I see videos in 30 FPS, it actually gives me a headache. Which is probably just me being spoiled. But, you know, if it's something that I don't want to see, or if I don't enjoy seeing, I'm not going to have it on my channel, right? Because, you know, I don't want to put videos out there for you guys to watch that I myself wouldn't want to watch. So I'm at least holding myself to that standard, that I'm not going to put out something that if I were to watch it, I'd watch maybe 5 seconds of it and been like, nope, I ain't watching this. So because I do sometimes actually come back and watch these videos. Try not to do it too much. So that way it doesn't look like I'm trying to artificially inflate my view count or whatever. But like, you know, there's a lot of stuff that I've done in some of these games that are so awesome. Like, that time I went through Misty Bog in Spyro Reignited Trilogy on the first Spyro, and went through that really hard section with all the frogs and the Norks in there, and it's a really confined area, and the frogs have a longer range than your flame breath does. And I basically went in there with no health. You know, I was you know, anything that hit me would have one-shotted me. And I went in there and took care of business and took out all the enemies in that area without taking damage. And you know, I'm still amazed that I did that. That was probably all luck right there, because I've been in that situation before, and it didn't work out too well for me. Kenworth. It should be downtown Phoenix right here. That's pretty cool. You know, when this game first came out, there weren't a lot of like images and stuff of downtown Phoenix and whatever. And I at the time I was kind of interested in the state of Arizona, and really wanted to get a feel for what the city of Phoenix was like. And you know, at the time there really wasn't videos of people driving through Phoenix or really anything of that nature. until this, game came along. And it was, really cool that I got to drive through, a state that I had a lot of interest in at the time. Just no real reason I had any interest in Arizona. I just, it's just something that, how you get something that's just the flavor of the month or whatever. You get really interested in a odd subject or something. It just so happens that around the time that Arizona DLC was coming out, I had a interest in the state of Arizona. That's a pretty cool combination right there. That red car hauler. I wonder if you can get car haulers as a purchasable trailer. I don't think you can. But I think I said it in a video not too long ago about them needing to have livestock trailers, because outlaw trucking is like a really big thing here in the US, and they call it outlaw trucking because with livestock you have to transport them in a humane manner, because you have live cattle in your trailer, and in making it to where you can haul them more humanely, the DOT they basically give you a few extra hours every day to keep driving on instead of having to stop and take a rest. Because you really don't want your livestock cooped up in a livestock trailer, because, like I said, it's inhumane to keep them locked up like that. But yeah, that's going to be really cool when we get livestock trailers in here. What they're probably going to do is they're going to wait for Texas to come out to put livestock trailers in the game, because it's kind of like that, it's kind of got a Texas vibe to it, I guess you could say. Kind of a cowboy vibe. Instead of herding cattle, you're now transporting them. But yeah, that'd be pretty cool to do some outlaw trucking in ATS. Probably wouldn't want to do any ATS like a Maniac videos with livestock trailers. I don't... Something tells me PETA wouldn't smile on one of those videos. And you can all, you can pretty much understand what, it's pretty understandable that that's maybe taking it a little bit too far. Driving like a maniac when you got a thing full of cattle behind you. Kinda inhumane. But we ain't hauling nothing but probably empty pallets or something, or TVs or appliances, and we can launch this friggin' thing off a cliff, and really the only person that would negatively affect is me. Because that would be a pretty big repair bill. Oh no! Oh. Y'all don't need to pull out in front of me like that. It's kinda not cool. Ain't gonna be too far now. We're about halfway on fuel. Which I know there's a spot in Alamogordo that I can fuel up. And at the end of this, we'll have plenty of money to upgrade one of our garages here, so we can have more garage space for trucks and drivers. And here's a question: when we buy our second garage, what city do you want me to buy that garage in? Doesn't really matter to me. Effectively makes no real difference. A garage in a itty bitty little city near the center of the map is gonna make pretty much as much money as a garage in a large city on the edge of the map. So, if it makes a difference to y'all, then let me know. And, whichever city gets the most comments saying, people wanting to see me buy a garage in that city, I'll go ahead and buy it, and if nobody comments, I'll just get a random garage in a random city. And really, if nobody really cares, I'm gonna do the formula that I do in my personal profile, I try to get one garage in every state, and then 2 garages in every state, and try to keep it even between the states, so you got a even distribution of company-owned trucks throughout the map, instead of, say, buying all the garages in Utah. I think there's like 4 garages you can buy in Utah, so that's 20 trucks, and then when you look at the map view, it's nothing but a glob of trucks in Utah and hardly any trucks anywhere else. So I try to keep them a little bit evenly dispersed, but like I said, if you guys want a second garage in California, I'll get one, or whatever city y'all want me to get one in. It doesn't really, I mean, I don't care. Really like the New Mexico plates too, how they're yellow. They really stick out on cars and stuff. See, like that. So here's something I want to know. How do you pronounce this town that we're in right now? Las Cruces? I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm a dumb redneck. That's too big of a word for me. That and that little town just east of Portland, the Dalles. How is that right to pronounce it the Dalles, or is it? I mean, I don't know. I've tried looking up videos for both cities, and both cities are so small that there's, you know, it's mostly like police chase videos where they don't really say the name of the city in the video. Oh, man. How the heck? Invisible wall strikes again, I guess. That stinks. That's gonna be a hefty repair bill. Yeah, here's a monument to the White Sands Missile Range. Of course, I can't really get close enough to it to show you what's written on it, but oh man, come on, y'all. And I've looked it up on Google Maps. This inspection station actually exists in real life. It's kind of like a border patrol station, and basically they pull people in randomly looking for smugglers and things of that nature. So we're finally here. Oh man. Here we go, y'all. We're gonna be blowing through red lights like crazy. At 90 miles an hour. Yeah, you need to give me more room than that, bud. E-brake! Oh, that's gonna be easy. Let's see if I can do it without looking out the window. Try to improve my backing skills here. Uh-oh. There we go. I didn't really get that much for that, did I? Thought I was gonna get more for some reason. But anyway, garage manager, upgrade. There we go. Alright guys, that's gonna do it for this episode. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next episode.